Hello everyone, today this is going to be a part 2 video of me making my Jujitsu Kaisen OC Fukuro Fuzako Jr., where in this part I will be discussing his drawing, the drawing that I made of him. I drew him like right after I uploaded the video, and it's on the thumbnail, and I did make a post about it, so I'm just going to move this out the way. It looks decent. I'm not an artist, never claimed to be one. The good news is it at least looks accurate and it exists. The zero above his head, that's when he starts his technique, and I can just erase that and draw like max, add any number, or the 3 exclamation points above his head for his technique. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing a little bit more information, and I'm going to be doing something different, where this time I'm going to be doing a bit of power scaling for him, and also doing a mini debate of where could he beat certain characters in Jujitsu Kaisen. Now, for that segment of this video, I will be using Copilot Microsoft AI just as an assistance to get information. We're going to be using anime feats only to avoid anyone hearing spoilers. And if the AI gives me spoilers, I'm not going to read them. Try my best not to read them. With the talk of AI going around, I figured this would be like a great example of how to responsibly use AI, where it's just as a small assistance or add-on to where it's not really needed or necessary, but it could just add to things. Where I created his design, I created his powers, created like his weapons. I didn't draw the marrow blade, thought it would be a little hard to draw. But everything else for him was made by me. This part is just going to be just for power scaling, that's it. And information debates. So I have the document pulled up where it talks a bit more about his personality in his Jujitsu grade. Okay, so Fukuro Jr. was a semi-grade 1 sorcerer, but he was able to be a grade 1 sorcerer by stacking clone deaths over time as a Jujitsu student. He also does brutal training by fighting his own clones and making them fight each other. Since the clones just like follow his commands, he can basically just say like make the clones fight himself or make them fight each other, which counts as clone deaths, and that adds to his power without the paper bag on his head. Also, when he's by himself, he activates his domain expansion. It takes off the bag when he's about to turn mindless. This basically trains himself to last longer in his max state. This information fits his death before dishonor and giving up is never an option attitude. So we covered that small amount of information. So this next segment, we'll be using the Copilot tool in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. The first question that I'm going to ask it is, what would Fukuro Jr.'s student grades look like? So I'm going to type that out in 3, 2, 1, edit. Okay, so I typed this question into the Microsoft AI. Now, all of the information that I put on the document is on here already. That way I wouldn't have to type that out again. So here's what Copilot said. Fukuro Jr.'s student grades would be fascinating because he's the kind of sorcerer who doesn't fit in neatly into the usual categories. He's not a prodigy, not a natural genius, not a legacy kid from a big clan. He's someone who built himself through pain, discipline, and a technique that rewards suffering. Here's what his academic and sorcerer training grades would look like realistically as a Jujitsu High student based on everything you've established. This is what his report card would look like. Combat ability. A+, exceptional hand-to-hand combat, high pain tolerance, creative use of clones in close quarters, bone katana mastery, can fight multiple opponents at once, power scales rapidly with clone deaths. Instructor notes. He's not elegant, but he's terrifyingly effective. His adaptability in battle is top tier. Technique mastery seems to be A minus. Deep understanding of clone count, uses mercy kill clone removal strategically, can recreate limbs, organs, and weapons, maintains control over consciousness switching, trains max form tolerance deliberately. Another instructor note: he treats his technique like a craft. Every year he finds new ways to weaponize it. Curse, energy control. B. Strong output due to clone death stacking. Control fluctuates when emotional. Max form is unstable. Body part replication drains energy quickly. Another instructor note: raw power is high, but precision is inconsistent. He's improving, but not a finesse fighter. Domain expansion. B plus. Can activate domain reliably, understands the risk of max form, trains alone to extend max duration, cancels domain safely by removing the bag. Another instruction note that it gave: one of the few students who trains his domain like a muscle, dangerous but impressive. Tactical intelligence, A minus. Uses clones for scouting, baiting, and misdirection. Thinks several steps ahead, turns weakness into advantages, excellent in improvisation. Another instructor note: he's clever in a scrappy Street Fighter way, not academic but brilliant under pressure. Teamwork. Now this one, I think this is like his worst category. C plus. Prefers solo missions, distrusts others to keep with his pace, worries about hurting allies in max form, will protect teammates but doesn't coordinate well. He's reliable but not cooperative, works best alone or with someone who can handle chaos. Mental fortitude, A plus. Death before dishonor mindset, never gives up, trains in near-death conditions, pushes himself harder than any student, strong emotional core tied to his father. Instructor notes: he's a kind of sorcerer who survives because he refuses to die. Academic classes. C. Not book smart, struggles with theory, gets bored easily, barely passes writing exams. Okay. Instructor notes: he's not dumb, he's just built for the field, not the classroom. Overall student rating, grade 1, sorcerer, potential achieved. Summary: Fukuro Jr. is a self-made powerhouse. He lacks polish, but his grit, creativity, and mastery of a dangerous technique makes him a reliable grade 1 sorcerer. His growth is earned, not inherited. So, that's what the AI said for his actual grades. In this part, I'm going to be asking it which character he can beat. I want to start with Human Naoya. I'm specifically saying human version. I'm going to be talking about the anime version only, not the manga, to avoid spoilers. So I'm just going to type that out. Okay, so this is the answer that it gave me. Could Junior beat Anime Naoya? All right. Short answer, yes. Fukuro Futsugo Jr. absolutely has the tools to beat Anime Naoya, but how he wins and under what conditions is what makes the matchup interesting. And this is the breakdown of it. Fukuro Jr. versus Human Naoya. Who has the advantage? Naoya, human form. It shows his strengths. Naoya is extremely fast, one of the fastest any. Technical fighter, precision assassin, someone who overwhelms opponents with speed and technique. But he's also arrogant, predictable in his superiority complex, not physically tanky, not built for long, drawn-out fights. He's a glass cannon with elite speed. This is what the co-pilot is saying. Junior's advantages against Human Naoya. Clones completely counter Naoya's speed. Naoya's whole style is based on blitzing, one-shotting, overwhelming with speed. But Fukuro Jr. wants his clones to die. Every time Naoya blitzes a clone, Junior gets stronger, Junior gets more energy, Junior becomes harder to blitz again. Naoya's greatest strength becomes a power farm for Junior. This is a terrible matchup for Naoya. Conscious switching makes Junior hard to kill. Naoya relies on killing the real body, exploiting openings, landing fatal blows. But Junior can swap consciousness instantly, hide the real body among clones, force Naoya to guess wrong. Naoya hates uncertainty. Junior is uncertainty. Body replication makes Junior harder to disable. Even if Naoya breaks an arm, cuts a tendon, lands a lethal strike, Junior can regrow limbs, duplicate organs, patch himself mid-fight. Junior's training makes him a tank. Junior trains by fighting his own clones, making clones fight each other, activating max form alone, stopping himself right before he goes berserk. This means he's used to high-speed combat, he's used to pain, he's used to chaos, he's used to fighting multiple opponents. Naoya's speed won't mentally break him. One thing Naoya has over Junior. Naoya's speed is so extreme that early in the fight he can overwhelm Junior before clone death stack. If Naoya identifies the real body instantly, removes the bag, ends the fight before Junior powers up, he can win, but that requires perfect precision, no arrogance, no mistake, and no wasted movements. And the co-pilot added this. And Naoya is Naoya. He always underestimates people and thinks that they are beneath him. Final verdict. Fukuro Jr. wins 7 out of 10 times. Here's why. Naoya kills clones. Junior gets stronger. Naoya blitzes. Junior swaps bodies. Naoya injures him. Junior regenerates. Naoya gets cocky. Junior punishes him. Can't handle long fights. Junior thrives in them. The only way Naoya wins if he immediately identifies the real Junior, removes the bag, ends the fight before clone stacking begins. But Junior's entire fighting style is built to prevent exactly that. So, that's what it said. It said that he could beat human Naoya. Now then, any other character that I can think of fighting him? I want to say Toto. I did mention this in the part 1 video that if Fukuro Jr. fought Toto, it would be a bad matchup for him because unlike Naoya, who's like super fast and has to run, Toto can swap himself and swap Junior and clone bodies into danger by using his like teleportation ability. So I'm going to ask the AI, could Junior beat Toto? Alright, so this is what it said. I asked, could Junior beat Toto? I personally think Toto wins this. Alright, let's scroll down. Fukuro Jr. versus Aoi Toto. Who actually wins? Short answer, Toto wins most of the time, but not easily. And the reason is simple. Toto is one of the worst matchups possible for Fukuro Jr.'s fighting style. Let's dig into why. Toto's physicality is a nightmare for Junior. Toto was absolutely strong, absurdly durable, absurdly fast, a close quarters monster, a natural brawler with elite instincts. He's built to fight people like Yuji, who are already physical freaks. Junior is strong, but Toto is on a different tier of raw physicality. Even with clone stacking, Toto can keep up. Boogie Woogie hard counters clone count. This is the biggest problem for Junior. Toto can swap positions with Junior, swap positions with clones, swap positions with objects, disrupt Junior's consciousness switching, force Junior into bad positions, instantly remove the bag if he figures out the weakness. Imagine this scenario. Junior makes 5 clones. Toto claps. Suddenly, Junior is surrounded by his own clones. Disoriented, Toto claps again. Now Junior is in front of Toto first. Boogie Woogie turns Junior's battlefield chaos against him. Toto was smart. Really smart. People forget because he's loud and goofy, but Toto is a tactical genius, a fast learner, someone who analyzes techniques instantly, someone who adapts mid-fight. He figured out Mahito's soul mechanics in minutes. He would absolutely notice the bag, test clone deaths, realize the stacking mechanic, target the real body, try to remove the bag. Toto was not arrogant like Naoya. Junior's max form is strong, but Toto can stall it. This is something that I actually thought about. Him being smart enough to stall Max. Toto was one of the few characters who can survive Max form for long enough, keep swapping positions to avoid direct hits, wait for Junior to lose control, then remove the bag. Toto is a master of tempo control. He decides when the fight happens and where. Junior loses that advantage. Junior can win, but only under specific conditions. Junior wins if Toto doesn't figure out the bag weakness. Toto kills too many clones too quickly. Junior stacks power early. Junior lands a max form hit before Toto adapts. Junior is not outclassed, but he's just outmatched. Final verdict. Toto wins this match 8 out of 10 times. The reason why Toto wins. Boogie Woogie disrupts clone count. Toto's physicality matches Junior's even after stacking. Toto was too smart to fall for clone tricks. Toto can remove the bag if he figures it out. Toto can stall Max form safely. While Junior could win some matches, clone deaths scale him fast. Max form is too overwhelming. Toto might misread the technique early. Junior is unpredictable and creative, but overall, Toto is simply a terrible matchup for Junior. That's what the AI said. I actually agree with it. So the next one I'm going to do is Fukaru Jr. versus Maki. I think for this one, Maki would win because Maki is fast enough to probably take the bag off. And at the same time, even though she can't see cursed energy, she might notice things like body language or look for differences from a clone to Fukuro Jr.'s main body. So we're going to ask it. Okay, so this is what Microsoft said. Could Junior beat Maki? Me personally, I would go with Maki. This is what it said. Maki versus Fukuro Jr. is one of those matchups where mechanics of Jujitsu Kaisen matter more than raw power, and your instinct is right. Maki wins most of the time, but the reasons she wins are what make this matchup so interesting. Let's break this down clearly and fairly. Fukuro Jr. versus Maki, post-Heavenly Restriction Awakened. Verdict. Maki wins 9 out of 10 times. Jeez, and here's why. Maki's physical stats are beyond human, even beyond most sorcerers. After the Zeni Massacre, Maki becomes faster than Naoya, stronger than Toji, able to blitz grade 1 sorcerers, able to kill special grade curses with pure physicality. She's basically a walking domainless monster with perfect speed, strength, and instincts. Fukuro Jr. can become a monster through clone stacking, but Maki starts the fight as one. Maki's speed hard counters clone counts. Junior's techniques thrives when opponents kill clones, opponents get confused, opponents can't find the real body, opponents give him time to stack power. Maki gives him none of that. She can identify the real body instantly, move faster than clones can react, kill all 5 clones before Junior could switch, remove the bag before he could stop her. Her speed is so extreme that Junior's usual chaos advantage could disappear. Maki doesn't use cursed energy, which breaks Junior's rhythm. Junior's entire fighting style is built around reading energy, tracking attacks through CE signatures, using clones to confuse CE perception, powering up through his energy increases. Maki has 0 curse energy. This means Junior can't sense her, he can't track her, he can't predict her movements, his clones can't react to her speed, his max form doesn't help him read her. She becomes a ghost to him. Maki can remove the bag before Junior could react. This is the biggest problem for Junior. Maki's speed plus precision equals instant bag removal. If she figures out the weakness, she would end the fight immediately. Toto might take a moment to realize. Naoya might get arrogant. Even after this part, Yuji might be hesitant. Maki does not. She sees weakness and eliminates it. Junior's max form is strong, but not enough. Max form gives Junior massive strength, massive durability, near infinite clones, berserker power. But max form has 2 fatal flaws against Maki. He can't sense her. And Maki could outlast him, just like Toto. She can dodge, blitz, wait for him to lose control, remove the bag, end the fight cleanly. Max form is terrifying, but Maki has fought worse. The one scenario where Junior wins, Junior can win if he stacks clone deaths early, lands a max form hit before she adapts, uses body part replication creatively, overwhelms her with sheer numbers, but this requires time, chaos, and mistakes from Maki. She rarely gives any of those. Final verdict: Maki wins 9 out of 10 times. Why Maki wins? She's faster than Junior even after stacking. Zero curse energy makes her invisible to him. She can remove the bag instantly. She can kill clones before Junior can react. This can outlast Max form. Has better instincts in combat IQ. Why Junior could win sometimes. Max form is overwhelming. Clones can overwhelm. He's creative and unpredictable. His regeneration gives him staying power. But overall, Maki is simply a terrible matchup for him. Even worse than Toto. That's what the AI said. This video is 21 minutes long. Recording this on camera, so if I go to like 30 minutes, then it'll just cut in half. But I'm definitely going to make a part 3. Yeah, this was a part 2. I specifically chose like very super duper strong characters from the verse. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was very experimental. I will do this again in a part 3. But bye everyone.